If you've been looking at online training programs and wondering, is this actually legit? Will I get real support? Can I do this while working full-time? I'm going to answer all of that today.
My name is Michael Carter, and I've been an instructor at CCI Training Center for more than 10 years. I'm going to give you the honest version of what studying here looks like.
The good parts, the hard parts, and what surprises most students once they actually get started. First thing people ask, is this just watching pre-recorded videos by yourself? No. And that's actually one of the biggest things that sets CCI apart. We run live lectures. That means you're in a virtual classroom with an actual instructor. In real time, you can ask questions. You can get something clarified on the spot. It's not you, alone, clicking through slides at midnight. Now, are there recorded materials too? Yes, if you miss a session, or you want to go back and review something before an exam, that option is there. But the core of the program is live instruction. A typical week looks something like this. You have your scheduled class sessions, usually a few hours a week depending on your program. Between sessions, there's coursework, reading, assignments, practice questions, and then you have your clinical labs, which we'll talk about separately because those are a different animal entirely. Most students tell me the schedule is more manageable than they expected. That said, it does require discipline. Nobody is going to knock on your door and remind you to log in. You have to build the habit yourself. This is the part that catches people off guard, in a good way. The clinical side of training, phlebotomy, taking vitals, patient preparation, you can't learn that from a video. You just can't. You need to actually do it with your hands, with real equipment, with an instructor watching and correcting your technique. So here's how CCI handles it. The academic coursework is online. The clinical labs are in person at our Arlington campus. I know some people hear in-person requirement and immediately think that's a deal breaker. But here's the thing. The lab sessions are scheduled in a way that works around people who have jobs and families. You're not commuting 5 days a week. It's structured, concentrated, and actually really valuable. Because when you're in that lab, doing a blood draw for the first time, you want a real instructor right there with you, not a video. Employers can tell the difference between someone who has genuinely practiced these skills and someone who just watched someone else do it. That difference matters when you're applying for jobs. One of the fears I hear all the time, I'm not tech savvy. What if I get stuck? What if I fall behind? Legitimate concern. Here's the honest answer. CCI has a student support structure. You're not just handed a login and left to figure it out. There are instructors you can reach. There's an admissions team. If you're struggling with something, there are people to contact. That said, I'd be lying if I said online learning doesn't require more self-management than sitting in a physical classroom every day. It does. The students who do well here are the ones who treat it like a real commitment. They show up to the live sessions. They don't let assignments pile up. They ask questions instead of quietly falling behind. The structure is there, but you have to use it. In my experience, the biggest challenge isn't the material itself, the content. Medical terminology, anatomy, clinical procedures. It's learnable. People who've never been in healthcare pick it up all the time. The biggest challenge is time management. Specifically, fitting this program into a life that's already full. Most of our students are working. Some are raising kids. Some are doing both. And they're adding this on top of that. The people I've seen succeed are the ones who carve out a consistent block of time. Not whenever I can fit it in. They treat their class schedule like a shift they can't miss. Even if it's 2 hours on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings. Consistent beats heroic. And the people who struggle? Usually it's not because the program was too hard. It's because life got busy and they didn't protect that time. So, is online training at CCI the right fit for you? If you're someone who's motivated, who wants a career change, who can handle some self-direction, yes. Genuinely, yes. If you're someone who needs someone standing over you every day to stay on track, I'd be honest with you. Online learning in general might not be the right format yet. But if you're watching this video, doing your research, asking the real questions, that already tells me something about you. And if you found this useful, subscribe. We're going to keep putting out honest, practical content for anyone exploring healthcare and IT careers. See you next week.